Hello, my name's Scott. I'm a professional magician and this is a magic review. Before we get started, in this review, just as with all of my reviews, there are various discount codes for a variety of magic shops in the video description and the top pinned comment. Do enjoy those exclusive discounts. But today we're having a look at John Galsworthy's Concerning the Palming of Cards. This is a book produced by Vanishing Ink. It's roughly $40, which it's unreleased at the moment, but this is the third edition printing of it. So it has been released before, and I believe it releases on the 8th of April. So we'll see if it's an equivalent British pounds pricing of 40, or we'll see if it's converted, which would put it at about £30 and 40 US dollars. My TLDR on the book Concerning the Palming of Cards is that it's a fine book. It's a fantastic looking book. This is going to make your bookshelf look very nice, and when you have guests over, it's going to make you look very well read and very clever. The book itself, the contents itself, I would say if you're interested in the specific palms that John covers, then it's a pretty good resource, and I would say it's probably worth it. However, if you already know all of the palms that are covered in this book, then I would say this probably isn't a book for you. And I will be covering the table of contents in the book shortly into the review. So keep watching for the first part to see if this book is for you, because it will certainly help you improve on the specific palms that are covered. That's my TLDR on Concerning the Palming of Cards by John Galsworthy. What is it? Well, I'm glad that this is an easy one, because this is only my second book review on this channel, and I'm still figuring out my way of how to explain books and how to talk about them in ways that will inform you of whether you should or shouldn't buy them, or whether they will be interesting to you. And as I say, this is an easy one because this book just covers 13 palms. So that is what you are getting with Concerning the Palming of Cards. These are tips from John. These are John's handling, which are not too dissimilar to the classic handlings of all of these palms, but they are in-depth looks at subtleties of where to place fingers, exact hand movements, and as I say, just the finer details of all of the 13 palms that are included, and that's what this book is. I just want to interrupt this review for a second. If you find my reviews helpful and if they help you make a purchase or decide not to purchase and save you money, please do support this channel. The more support this channel gets, the more subscribers we get, the more people who interact with the channel, the more reviews I'm going to be able to do, and the more I'm going to be able to help you. I'm trying to do these reviews to help the magic community and help people like you, because there are a lot of reviewers who talk absolute nonsense. If you do enjoy this channel and you do find my content useful, then please do share, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate everything everyone does for this channel. Back to the review. And now the important point, the 13 palms. I'm going to put a little bit of footage up on the screen right now because these are the 13 palms. You're going to see the whole table of contents. 13 palms are the Berg palm, the one-handed top palm, the Hugard top palm, touch palm 1, topping the deck, Erdnase bottom palm, touch palm 2, Erdnase bottom palm, Leipzig bottom palm, color change, side still, diagonal palm shift, top card palm replacement, palm to palm transfer, and the card box load, with a conclusion and then references to original publishings. That's the table of contents that you get with this book, and those are the 13 palms that are covered, and they are covered very well. How easy is it though? I would say this is intermediate card work. Anyone who has experience with a pack of cards should be able to approach this fairly easily, and also I think the foundations of working with a pack of cards. These are tools that will help you accomplish some of the classic routines in Magic and some really powerful effects. And I think at least a handful of the palms in this are things that if you are a card magician, you should know and you should be able to do well at a moment's notice. So it'll be challenging for beginners. It will be a nice challenge for intermediate magicians. And then pros, I think, probably wouldn't need this. Any kind of working professional, anyone who has lots of experience with a pack of cards, probably won't get much from this book, because you would have already taught yourself this with the years and years of practice that you've given yourselves with a deck of cards. And you've probably discovered most of the touches covered in this yourself already. Speaking of which, the readability of the book is very good. I'll put some footage up on the screen now, flicking through the book. you'll see that there are plenty of images. The text is clear, the text is not too small, it's not too big, and everything is explained really well. Nothing is too confusing, and the reference photos should help with any kind of confusion that you may have while you're reading along. I would say, in terms of readability, not only is it a pleasure to read, but for anyone who isn't well experienced with a pack of cards and palming, it's also an enjoyable, challenging read as well. That covers the readability of it. And the book quality, it's very good. I'm slightly confused here because the book says that it was produced in China, and I don't know if all books are now produced in China, just like everything else in the Western world. And that certainly is not to say that China can't manufacture high quality goods, because absolutely, loads of high quality goods do come out of China, and it depends on the amount of money you pay for the production. And if they were to have these books produced in the handful of paper mills that are left in the West or in Europe, then it would cost 5 times more. Because I don't know if you know this, but in recent years, traditional paper mills have been dying because of rising costs and being priced out of the production market with countries like China. So I do always love it when a book says in the footnote that it was produced in the UK, or produced in Holland, or produced in a country that has some history with printing and paper mills. As I say though, that's not to take away from the fact that it is a really high quality book. Again, there have been some close-ups on the screen while I've been talking, and there's not much more you could expect from a book in terms of the quality. I said in the TLDR that this book will make you look smart if you are not already, and it will decorate your bookshelf very nicely. It's also very nice to feel and to hold while you're reading it. And I would say the printing on the inside, particularly of the images, is also of a very high standard. So the book is, I think, exceptionally high quality for the $40 price tag. And now my final thoughts on concerning the palming of cards. As I've already said, if you already know all of these palms, then you probably won't get much from this. There's a little bit at the front and the forward and the introduction that says this is John's tips and this is John's handling, and these are the things that John has maybe discovered by accident, or discovered because he didn't read the original instructions too well, so he's been doing it wrong, but actually that wrong way has served him well and turned out to be even better than the original teachings. So as I say, I think a lot of this you would have probably already discovered if you've been palming cards and if you've been putting in the hours and the years to working with a deck of cards. But it is a fantastic resource on those 13 specific palms that are covered. There's not really anything else to say for this, other than if you have any questions about it, leave it in the comment below. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review.